Okay, good morning class. So at this point we're looking at algebra. We're looking at exercise 1.24. The examples for exercise 1.24. In the last video, besides making that mistake there, we didn't do this question. So I'm just going to do it in this video quickly. The question again says, find the LCM of 17x squared y and 3xy squared. So for the numbers, what is my LCM here? There's 17 and 3. Can 3 go into 17 without remainder? No. So now I'm going to count in multiples of 17. The next multiple of 17 is 34. Can 3 go into 34? No. The next multiple of 17 is 51. Salam. Can 3 go into 51? Make some. Yes. 3 goes into 51, 17 times. So it's going to be 51. There's an x squared and an x. So it's going to be x squared. Y and y squared? So that's your LCM. 51, x squared, y squared. You guys understand? So the examples now for the next exercise, which is example 1 on page 34. Here we are asked to simplify. And this is how it's given in the exam. Okay, they wouldn't ask you to find LCM only. Okay, they'll just say simplify, and you know you must find an LCM and all of those things. Okay, so looking at the denominators, you got a squared b, you got a, and the 5 is over 1. Why do you think they're telling you that a can't be equal to 0 and b can't be equal to 0? If the denominator will be 0, the sum will be undefined. So what is my LCM here? A squared b. Right, so that's now accounted for. Is the a and the b accounted? Yes. The a, yes, and the 1, yes. You all understand? Right. So the question you should be asking yourselves, to get this to be an equivalent fraction, okay, what must a squared b be multiplied by to get a squared b? By 1. Okay, remember my LCM was a squared b. So it must be multiplied. If I multiply denominator by 1, I multiply the numerator by 1. Why? The bottom, but why? To keep it an equivalent fraction. Okay. So what's 1 times 2? 2 minus. AB times what is a squared b? Times a. Can you see that? So 3 times a is 3a plus. A times what is a squared b? AB. Times that also by AB, not so? That's going to give you 4ab plus. That was over 1, so I multiply this by a squared b. That's going to give you plus 5a squared. Can I add those terms, the numerator? Terms in you. Why not? Unlike those. Okay? Any confusion? You will understand. Am I moving too fast? Huh? No? Who says yes? Nobody says. I heard somebody says. Right. Let's look at the next one. Again, the question says simplify. We got 3 over x squared minus 1 minus 2 over x minus 1 squared. So what needs to be done first? Factorize the denominator. So make a note there. Factorize the denominator before finding an LCM. No? You need to factorize the denominator. Okay. So x squared minus 1 can be written as what? X plus 1, x minus 1. Minus 2 over x minus 1 squared. What does this mean? The second denominator contains x minus 1 times x. Okay. Now what is the LCM? LCM? X minus 1, x plus 1? Which is that thing? And then, but there's 2 of the x minus 1 is again. So it must be x minus 1. Okay. Not all squared, it's only on the x minus 1 is being squared. Okay. Do you guys understand? Any confusion here? Because if this was a, if x plus 1 is a and x minus 1 is b, then this would have been x minus 1 is b squared. Then it would have been ab squared. Not so. So likewise, if it's x plus 1, x minus 1 and x minus 1 squared, it's going to be x plus 1 and x minus 1 all squared. Okay. So let's write this as one fraction. So you're going to get x plus 1, x minus 1 squared. Now what? This here must be multiplied by what? The first fraction must be multiplied by x minus 1. And the numerator by x minus 1. Not so. Why? As to get equivalent fractions. Okay. What must this x minus 1 squared be multiplied by?
X plus 1.
X plus 1. So you will notice that I don't multiply. If it comes like this, I don't multiply it out immediately. Okay? Because I always make a mistake on this one. Okay? So what I do is I write it out first. So it's 3 into x minus 1 minus 2 into x plus 1. Okay. So what do I do now? No cancel, no. We multiply and get rid of the brackets. Not so. So it's 3 into x minus 1 and 2 minus 2 into x plus 1. So what would that now read? 3x minus 3 minus 2x. Not so. So what do I do now? Like this. So it's x plus 1, x minus 1. So we add our like terms. So it's 3x minus 2x. What's 3x minus 2x? X. And minus 3 minus 2? Okay. You guys understand?
Yes.
So do it again. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Any questions? So with that, you should be able to do exercise 1.24. You do for me the first column. I'll call you up now row by row to check that you guys understand what's going on. Okay?